Hey, baby, you can't see me. You can't see me. I'll be starting in a couple of minutes, guys. Couple of minutes. But you can't see me at the moment. But you will be able to see me. There's some things to talk about. Yes! I'll start in a moment. I will be starting in just 1 minute, guys. Uno momento. And we'll get this started in 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Hey, baby. Happy Monday. Guys, I'm just going to start this stream in a moment. Just want to quickly give you an update on a couple of things. I really, really want to. So if you just give me one memento, just letting people know we're live in a stream. Just posting it on Instagram. Hope you all had a blessed weekend anyway. That's why I'm doing this. Hope you had a nice one. I had a really nice one, if you care or not. But I had a lovely one here. Weather's been beautiful in Dubai. Cliche thing to talk about, but it has. It's been bloody gorgeous. So, been enjoying a lot of time. Being productive, but it's enjoying a lot of time by the by some nice beach clubs, which is certainly not a bad life. Okay. Let me just put live stream in here. All right, let's get this rolling. It's going to start. Anyone joins, welcome, welcome. If you don't, you're a lost buddy. All right, CoinCasso. How's everyone doing? Let me just share my screen. I want to jump straight into this. Yeah, let's just jump straight into this. Screen record, chart view, bosh, bosh, bam. Okay. So let's start off with obviously Bitcoin. All right. We went over this last week. It was at a critical area. Look at. We'll talk about everything in a moment. But just firstly, just look at this weekly performance. The candlestick, very interesting one. Obviously, what this candlestick suggests, if anyone doesn't know, is obviously buyers were in control, and then buyers end up pooing their pants essentially, and we had a quick reversal. They didn't want to commit to that bullish momentum. But what this looks like, obviously, really, if this was at the top of the trend, I'd be like, oh, damn, this is pretty bearish. But because it would look like a shooting star formation, a shooting star candlestick, okay, a reversal candlestick. But for me, it's left all of this wick to the upside. So the bulls really do have an advantage to push through and fill this wick to the upside, okay? They really do have that opportunity, in my opinion. So let's see. I'm going to show you, obviously, in the lower time frame, something significant just happened on the daily. Just bear with me one moment. So daily. Okay, let's go. Let's bring all my sexy analysis back up. All right. Now, I'm going to remove this trend line here because there was something that we were monitoring, a potential inverse head and shoulders. I said, obviously, watch it. It may or may not play out. It didn't play out, but I'll show you what did play out. Okay. So remember, I then marked up this trend line here. You can see this valid trend line, the multiple rejections there. That was clear resistance to us. Clear support to the downside there, clear support there, rather, and that was supporting the price. Now, what was nice here technically is we had this big rejection up here on a daily anyway. Remember, we formed this evening star. Remember, evening stars we see at the top of the trend indicate a change in momentum. Obviously, the momentum was to the upside. We formed an evening star, change in trend, and obviously price starts pushing down. And that's exactly what we saw, my brothers and sisters. Now, I did note in that stream on Friday, this trade idea here, okay? Let's just go on a 4-hour minute. So we had this breach of this support, which I noted, okay? We broke back below that to the downside. It's 42K area. Now, look left with me, guys. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Look left. Look, resistance, resistance, resistance. This is not magic. This is simple. I have to slap myself there because it's simple. I'm slapping myself for anyone that doesn't get it, okay? This was resistance, broke above retest. Thank you, support. Yes, this is a valid line, 42K. Support, 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 breakout, retest. Yes, rejection. Now, my point, I'm just getting a point across that this was a significant level. So we broke back below this. We rejected it. Bam. And look, nice rejection there. And what we started to do was consolidate. And look what we formed. This flag structure while we're consolidating. Thank you, another confluence. Mwah! And then we formed this flag. So I was like, let's see on Friday, look at this trade idea here. And obviously targets really nicely hitting there, well and truly overachieved there or thereabouts. Okay, we come all the way down. And I did say, watch, as part of my scenario, I did say, watch for this trend line below. And this is not magic. This is just simple technical analysis. I've just drawn a trend line here. I'm not a magician and I'm not a psychic. I just trade what I see and just, if it works out, fantastic. If it doesn't, who gives a beep? On to the next. So this did fortunately play out. Now, I did actually just have a trade just about 30 minutes ago or so, just hitting target. So obviously at this trend line, you know my last YouTube video, guys, please, for anyone that's not checking them out, can you just go and check them out? So really simple analysis. What I'm doing, really simple but effective education. I'm doing these videos, okay, via CoinCasso. So you can see EP3, I spoke about trend lines and chart patterns. Now, this just goes hand in hand with what I spoke about, okay? The trend line, trying to get in on trades. Obviously, we're looking at other confluences, but try and get in on a trade as close to possible as that trend line. We knew that was valid, man. We looked left together. Valid. Look at it. We looked left. So, and obviously, we're looking for other confluences anyway, but we knew this was going to act as support, so we want to get in on those longs as close to that as possible. Okay, on the hourly, you know, you can see we're making ourselves comfortable there for the upside. The trade that I got in on was down here. On the 15-minute, I had this flag structure here. I saw this closure outside of that flag there and just decided to go long and place stops just below that low acting trend line, obviously hitting targets there. You know, as I said before, when I'm trading flags, I measure the pole, and that's what I'm looking at for the equivalent of the breakout to the upside, and obviously so that was a scene, and obviously targets were well and truly hit there. So where are we going now, Ken, anyway? Bring us up to speed. I'll come back to in a moment where we're going. But one thing that I did want to talk about, significant, is just keep an eye on this. This isn't obviously this week. I thought it was. I got a bit excited. I was looking at the calendar. I was like, yes, it's FOMC this week, but it's not. Okay. So next week, guys, I'm just reminding you now before, in case I forget. I don't think I am going to forget. But next week, this is a big event. We've got the FOMC rate decision here next Wednesday, the 16th of March. Why is this important? Because interest rate rises. If the Federal Reserve hikes by more than 25 basis points, they're going to hike by 50 basis points. That's potentially a bit of a negative for Bitcoin. But, you know, let's see what happens. I don't know whether they will or not, but they may, because inflation's been rising drastically in the UK, in the US, obviously in the UK as well, in the US. So keep an eye on that. But it may have been priced in by now, because this was partially to do with all this selling pressure as well, because of the Federal Reserve looking to start raising interest rates. Remember what I spoke about before. When we're raising interest rates, we're raising the return that an foreign investor's going to get, or investors going to get on government bonds for the US. So we had some outflows from cryptocurrency and people putting their money into fixed income, into safety. And obviously Bitcoin's being hit on the devastating Russia and Ukraine stuff anyway as well. So where's Bitcoin going now? Look, today is really key. Keep an eye on this candlestick, okay, guys? Look how we're forming at the moment. Obviously, we're tapping that daily trend line. What I want to see is a bit of reversal candlestick here. Hey, Archer, how you doing, buddy? I want to see a reversal candlestick, perhaps a morning star here or, you know, just a nice bullish hammer candlestick, okay, to set the tone or the balls for tomorrow, okay, and we continue to rise. And obviously, you guys can see the next area we're going to be keeping an eye on again is 42K, okay? Remember, I just went over that previous key area, that near-term area. So want to drop down to the hourly, see if there's any trade opportunities. We're up 0.6% at the moment, 0.60%. Obviously, I pointed out that flag already, so this, I mean, I don't think you have to wait for now. No trade idea yet, further trade idea yet on Bitcoin. Let's see what else is following suit, though, at the moment. There's no major news to note. I was just having a look through the news. There isn't anything major to note right now, individually or sort of industry-related for now. Hopefully, I've got some juicy stuff we can talk about later on in the week. Obviously, look, Ethereum, I was noting about this potential inverse head and shoulder structure, but obviously momentum shifted, and I pointed out that flag structure as well, similar to Bitcoin, just making way for that extended move to the downside. Okay, let's remove these arrows a minute. Let's see where this is going. This is obviously going to extend to the upside now, just as with Bitcoin. Let's remove this triangular structure a moment. Just want to really clear this chart up for Ethereum. Just see if there's any trade ideas for us to take on this. Just firstly, starting off on a weekly. Ooh, hideous. That is hideous. Remember, I was looking at this as a potential W structure, double bottom, 1, 2, and the neckline up here at around 3,200, but it doesn't look like that's going to play out at the moment. Let's have it on a 4-hour. Too much to note yet, really. Obviously, we're just printing lower highs and lower lows right now, but I think near term we should break out the structure just because Bitcoin's... Okay, look, we've just trying to clear a bit of a range here. Okay, see where we capped. We've broken above that now. Keep an eye on the hourly. If we get a closure above that, we're going to come up and test this sort of 2,600 region up here. Okay, into this zone. So long as we close above this on the hourly and the following hour holds. Sometimes what we do is we close above ranges, and then the following candlestick we close back below, and that's known as a false breakout, a fake out, you know, of the upper part of this range. So keep an eye on this. Let's see what's going on a lower time frame on a 30-minute. Okay, yeah, just a clear demonstration that we've broken above that range. But yeah, no sort of clear entry point right now. Obviously, it's, yeah, that's it really. XRP, it's already up 2% today. So we've got this big sort of bull flag structure marked up, and we're just consolidating around that flag at the moment. We're already up 2%. We've already broken out of a flag here. Look, see this flag breakout, and now extending to the upside. But nothing to note there really at the moment. I just wanted to keep you guys aware of that Bitcoin one. That's the whole point of jumping in the stream, is just Bitcoin right now. Okay, so if we are, let's just put a trade idea on this anyway, because it's still going to offer decent RR as to where we are on this, you know, where we are relative to this trend line. So look, bit of reversal doji there, bullish candlestick above that, and obviously we're extending to the upside now. Even if we were to enter longs from current area, because I believe we're going to run at least into 42K. So long as what we need to do, firstly, guys, what we need to do is just clear this previous lower high. Okay, see, this is the lower high. Prior to that, this was the lower high. Lower high, lower low. So long as we clear this area, we should run to the north. Every time we've bounced off this trend line, we've rocketed, right? Rocket to the north. Rocket to the north. So how are we going to get that rocket to the north again? Let's see. I'd like to think so. But obviously, the war situation makes the markets very, very volatile right now and difficult to trade and choppy. But I just wanted to see if we were to take a long from here, just out of interest. This is not something that I'm trading right now, guys, in terms of taking long. I just want to just measure this up. I'll be looking for a clear, you know, point of entry to reload on longs. But that would offer fairly decent RR of 2.5s. But yeah, there's no imminent trade right now for this. So really, look, you can mark up 2 near-term zones. Okay, here's support. Look, see moving between this zone. Yeah, so look out for this, perhaps. Okay, this could be good for me for an entry point. You break above this zone. Yeah, get a bit of a retest, and then a push to the upside in towards sort of 42K. Okay, or what more likely to see is, again, working zone to zone. By the way, I'm going over supply and demand zones. So these sort of zones, I'm going over those in a video that's going up tonight on YouTube at 6:30 London time. What time is that Eastern? 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. 5 hours, isn't it? So yeah, this could present a nice opportunity here if we get that breakout and retest up here. But then it's a big stop loss on that, because for me, I'd really want my stop below this trend line. But it's still going to offer decent risk to reward on that of over 2s. So something that may tickle your fancy. I'm going to monitor it, see how I may not even have to have a stop loss this deep if we can form like a consolidatory pattern, perhaps like a flag or a pennant structure around this zone, to give me a clear entry point. And then what I would do is I would adjust that stop. Okay, I'd adjust that stop as and when I see that consolidation pattern. Other than that, what's anyone else looking at anything that you want to cover? Anything at all? Talk to me, please. Please talk to me in the comments. Archer, how are you doing? Anybody? More than welcome to engage. While I sort of skim through and see what else is going on. Pop in. XRP. We're at key support across the board, really. Look at DOT as well. My beloved DOT. Nice zone here. We're at support. Look, previously support. Supply, then broke above, retested, pushed to the north. Have to deal with this. Bit of a potential W bottom there for DOT as well. Look, not the cleanest of as such, actually, but kind of bit of a W structure perhaps there. Luciana, how you doing? Jonas. Please look at Cardano. Okay, let's look at Cardano. Oh, Cardano is making me sad. I don't usually get sad, but Cardano is making me sad, man. Please. Come on, my Cardano army. My 88 army, where are you, baby? So if we just look at it the monthly right now, it's not looking good, okay? It's not looking good at the moment. We can see obviously where we wicked last month. So we can class this as monthly support over here. Look, around sort of 73 cents, 74 cents. That's our monthly support. Now, there is an opportunity where you see what I've spoken before, where we can view this as potentially a morning star, or to indicate a change in trend. But we need to go and push and close above this month, above this candlestick here at around $1.07. Monthly anyway, higher time frame. Let's look on a weekly, see what's going on. Look, last week's not good, guys. If I could be totally honest with you, right now, given how we closed there on Sunday last week, that doesn't look like we're going to reverse at the moment. It looks like we're going to want to fall a little bit more down to that monthly, those lows of February. Okay, as I said, around 74, 73 cents, if I'm just be brutally honest, okay? On the daily, not too much to say there right now. ADA's been a massive underperformer relative to its peers. Obviously, the whole market's been down, but ADA's been a massive underperformer. So I think that we come down to this level first, 74 cents, before we even consider any recovery. But, for me, I've got this marked up on a monthly time frame, as you can see, and I just keep saying that maybe this is just a big flag structure for us, big period of consolidation, big market correction, and then eventually what we do is we rocket out of this at some point, rocket to the north. And remember what I said before, when we're measuring the power of our flags, we see the equivalent move to the breakout, to the upside. So ADA, just hold fire a little for a moment. We are pulling back, and as I say, it's probably going to come a little bit more lower beforehand, at least down to 74 cents. If it broke that, I spoke about this before, if it did break that, you see this zone that I've got marked up here? It'll come down to here, 35 cents, so another 50% drop if we break this. Okay, and I hope that we don't see that, because it would be atrocious. It'd be atrocious, there 50% or so, as I say. But I'm looking at this as potentially bullish flag structure. Let's look at VeChain. VeChain as well, I like VeChain. I like the technology. I I haven't analyzed this clearly in terms of trading. I don't know if you're speculating VeChain. Are you talking from a speculative point of view, or are you asking on an investment side of things in terms of is it a good project to hold? Just out of interest on your comment. Let me know. Just quickly going back to these, seeing what's going on quickly near term. No worries, Jonas. You're most welcome. Yeah, there isn't really much else to talk about, guys, at the moment. I need to do another video soon on Ethereum alternatives. I did a last one, didn't I? If you can check that out here. I need to do a part 2 to that. I've got a couple of alternatives actually that I just need to just put some points together for you that I'm going to look to invest in myself. So where is it? The video on here, Ethereum alternatives here. Okay, you can check that out. Did a breakdown there. I'm going to do a part 2 to that at some point this week as well. Other than that, guys, I think that's it for me. Have an amazing one.